Hey guys, welcome back, and this is Moose bringing you another edition of the Run It Up Challenge of Day 9. Day 9 is what we're looking at today. Gonna talk about our Day 8 lineup, what went right, what went wrong, and how we can improve from here. So this was our second loss of a cash week, which pains me to say, unfortunately, but that is how sometimes the cookie crumbles, I guess. I've been saying that quite a bit. And kind of going to cover this lineup that we used yesterday for cash that we gave out. And this lineup had one major issue. It didn't have Sopham. It needed to have Sopham and not Leon. If you use Sopham, you get the 49 points instead of the 20 points from Leon. And you are golden. You 580, I think, cashed. So let's take a look at 580. No, maybe not. 589. I think 592 cashed. Where's the cash line in this tournament? Jesus. Okay, well, this was a hell of a double up. Looks like we got it all wrong. We did use the correct top. I guess iBoy would have been better exposure than Huan Feng or Angel. Yeah, wow. Oh, no, these guys all won. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's see, 589. That's 541, 581. No cash. 582. No cash. 590. 592. So you needed 600 yesterday. You needed completely 600, and this. There it is. 592 is cashing, and 581 is cashing. So yeah, you just needed Leon, and sometimes that's how cash goes. Unfortunately for us, cash decided to go a different direction than we wanted it to, which is only our second loss, moving us to 6-2, and a little bit of a loss. I think we played $50 yesterday, and that's all right. So, looking at our lineup, we did have a strong start in Zeka. Love them in captain. Cube also did work for us, and Angel actually did okay. iBoy severely outperformed Huan Feng, which I thought would have been a better pick anyway. But based on metrics, it looked like Huan Feng was going to have the big night. Like I told somebody yesterday that it was streaming, that Angel is better than Huan Feng. He performs better. They build around him more in the mid lane. So I probably should have seen that one coming, but I also thought that Suning were going to do a lot better than they were. 70 points over 3 games is not a good score for Huan Feng. And for some reason, Hang decided to also do really crappy. So just some unforeseen circumstances. We definitely got the Angel pick right, the Cube pick right, the Zeka pick right, the Suning pick right. We just needed to have iBoy, and instead of Leon, who got benched for game 1, we needed to just put in Sopham, SFM. And that's sometimes how that goes. If we had just had SFM, we would have been cashing, and we just got to learn from our mistakes and not play Leon if he's going to be getting sat. Same thing with Dykes. So that's kind of where we got to look for cash. Leon is no longer cash viable. So just going to kind of go over it, what we've been doing. So day 7, $432. Day 8, $382. And today is going to be our day 9. Big day 9. So I'm hoping we can get back in the win column today. Maybe we get back up to the 440 mark. And I think we'll be able to do that easily. So let's take a look at the matchups for today. Let's take a look actually at the Vici game real quick here. Rogue Warriors winning the first game. I thought they had a pretty solid chance to win this game. Zwuji putting up a monstrous 13-7. Ruby doing what he needs to do. Haro doing what he needs to. Lay with the 22 assists. The second game, Lay, Ruby, Zwuji not there. Vici coming through a little bit bigger at the end, with iBoy and Zeka performing well in this game, and iBoy and Zeka performing again in this game. So the 3 games are good if both your carries are performing well, and sometimes, iBoy just got things going his way, even though he wasn't projected to do very well. As we know, Suning won the first game, so there wasn't going to be any subs or anything. Angel, like I said, is the best player on Suning. I don't care what anybody else says. Xiaobai performed. Honestly, this could have gone our way because I was playing my one-off stacks with Xiaobai, but Wake performed well, but E-Star ended up playing this game. And then looking at game 3, we got what was absolutely a disastrous game because it took Suning absolutely forever to finish it with very minimum kills, 13-8. Not what you want out of an LPL game or your LPL exposure. And honestly, I'm not a fan of Suning. Like, a lot of people like them, and a lot of people think that they're a good team in terms of what they bring to the table. But honestly, they're kind of paper champs right now, in my opinion. And I think they're getting easy wins over people like E-Star. But let's take a look at their schedule. Let's see if we'll be leaning their way again. Against Billy, I will definitely be looking their way. Against RNG and Victory 5, I won't be. So that's kind of how I feel about that. And let's take a look at tomorrow's slate then. So we've got LNG and Victory 5. Victory 5 are kind of on a rush. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Victory 5, man. They're just so good this season. I don't know what took them so long to bring in these guys, but it looks like they had the puzzle correct with Mole. And, I like Wei. I like Bu from Suning coming over. And Sam D, man. It's just doing really well. Doing fantastic. And so just kind of take a look at the lineup and see how we can build it around what I think will be an easy V5 victory tonight. The Invictus Billy Gaming game, I think, is a 2-1. I honestly think that Invictus just slip games all the time, but Billy Gaming are not a good team, man. They've really struggled lately. I think they have one win on their record over Garbage Time LNG. So, they also have one over Garbage E-Star. So, yeah, they're pretty much good against garbage teams, but I would not expect them to win this game against Invictus. Looking at the other teams, we have DRX playing KT, where I will definitely be looking tonight. And we have Sandbox and Hanwha Life, a game between a team that is 0-6 and 1-5. So, in those kind of games, you would expect to get some sort of kills. And yeah, Hanwha Life have not won a single game. This is their best chance to win the game. And I think that Sandbox might be probably either up for their second win or getting upset. But they should definitely be favored in this matchup. They've had shown some performances well before. As we can see, they haven't really done much, but they did take a game off Dragon X, so they're not terrible. I would definitely look the way of Sandbox if you're interested in that matchup, and I would look at most likely at Route, and I think they used Fate. Yeah. Route and Fate, my two favorite people. Route likes to play Aphelios, best champion in the game, so you guys know how that's going to go. The scoring, it's pretty light also for their wins. I think overall it could be a total 13-10 style game. It could be a 22-10 style game. I think it's just up to what you are expecting out of your games. So let's take a look at our profile with LCK. I hit 500 followers. Nice. So follow me on twitter.com/Esports, I guess. Just wanted to pop this up real quick because I saw somebody left me a notification. So let's take a look at odds real quick. And these are going to be odds powered lineups provided through patreon.com/Hustlesports tonight, as always. And if you're interested in checking it out, $25 a month, man. That's all it is. So that's all my betting picks, every single DFS lineup for every slate that I provide. I think the only thing we don't provide right now is like CB LOL, and then I'm pretty lazy on LEC because it's early in the morning and I don't want to mess with it. But I still enter lineups because Paydirt provides fantastic projections, and I just base my lineup off of his projections. So let's take a look at our lines tonight. Sandbox 185, a 1-win team minus 185, or a 0-win team plus 135. Dragon X going to be our big chalk, so definitely going to be looking their way tonight. And then we have what I believe is going to be an absolute banger of a game, except LNG really don't like to give up points. It looks like Invictus and the V5 are going to be our main picks. So we've picked our three kind of places where I want to focus my cash lineup tonight. And so I'm going to show you guys how to make this cash lineup front to back. So the first thing that I like to do is when I look at the lineups, I check the pricing. And so the way I do that is you can check here, but it gets kind of confusing through the captain slot, so I just go to 80 carry. So Invictus and DRX are the most expensive people on the slate. V5 and Sandbox are cheaper, so we will be focusing our way here in these lineups. So I like to anchor my stuff with cheaper DRX people, with cheaper carries at the top. So I would probably go with Chovy. And then here I would pair him with a Mole or with Rookie. The difference between Mole and Rookie, if you guys see, is $600. That is a big difference. And you can see these discrepancies in a lot of places. Invictus Gaming coming up with, I believe they're going to bring out Southwind, but at this point, do I really want to pay up for Southwind when I can get PP God at 5,400 and there's a 400 difference there? Kyria performing out of his mind lately, doing pretty good. I mean, they're just winning so fast that the support isn't really able to grasp as many points as they want, except for this like AF situation where they got a lot of kills, he got a lot of assists. So Kyria is just pretty much your hard chalk. Definitely going to be looking his direction tonight if I think he's going to do well. So I'm going to check to see if they already released the lineups for tonight. I don't see anything that makes me question that. Let's see here. So looking forward, yeah, no lineups yet. So we're just going to go over the expected rosters, which I think will be like this, and then Invictus. So these are our three teams where we want to focus our money on. So Ning is very cheap against BLG, so I expect us to get exposure there. Wei Wei is more expensive, and he should be. He performs really well when he wants to, and I would expect him to be a part of a lineup that I want to include. Ning not doing as well even in 2-1 wins. He is a very, very bad jungler for somebody that's winning that many games. As you guys can see here, you're also getting Doran, the Shy, and Bubu all around the same price. I will probably save here too. I don't want to pay up for the Shy. So where are we going to pay up? I think we have to pay up in the 80 carry slot most likely. We can pay up for Puff if we want to see Puff do well. We can also pay up for Rookie. And Rookie's, always somebody I'm definitely interested in, especially if he actually wins the game. Then, he'll give you the 80 that you want. You could also go with Mole. The guy had an absolutely big banger of a game, and he is a good player, but usually he gives you stuff like this and like this. So I think we're going to pay up in this scenario, and we're going to go Rookie for our IG exposure to tonight. As you guys know, I always like to pair DRX with somebody that I expect DRX to do well. So let's see, I do want Wei Wei here. Here I can take Bubu or Doran, I believe, but Bubu 83 points in that big E-Star game. Doran 72, I believe, 75 of last game, performing well, doing exactly. He has look at this. He has he haven't lost a game yet, but it's bad game, good game, bad game, good game, bad game, good game. So it's I guess he's due for a bad one. Maybe I'll take a look at the projections, but here I want either Sam D or Deft. I think Deft is also a good player. I just think that DRX are going to wipe out KT so fast that Deft might not be able to capture all of his value, and this is going to leave us with more exposure to where we want to be on the slate. So going to continue this lineup. At this point, I don't mind either. So V5 LNG, so Bubu is going to be up against Flandre or Chen Lun, and Doran is going to be up against Smeb, both good lineups. So we might just want to take the chalk here and pick up either PP God, or we could also take Kyria. Regardless of where you spend money on, if you want to for sure bet, you take the DRX team slot. And we are not going to have enough money for this, are we? Yeah, we might not have enough money for this. No, we don't have enough money for this. So we're going to have to get cheaper at the captain position, which we can. Again, the difference between Mole and the Rookie is massive, but that is kind of where I would like my exposure to be. But as you guys can see, we're almost at the PP God range of where we want to be. So let's see what we can do with a little bit cheaper. So I think Billy Gaming are giving up more points. I will have to take a look at that off screen, but I believe they are giving up a very solid amount of points, and I will definitely be interested in what they can do on that end in terms of if I should roster IG today. My problem with that Invictus is their performance has just been all over the place. They are winning, losing, winning, losing. I don't really follow what's going on with them. I don't really know exactly if they what's their issue in terms of being able to perform or not. So let's plan this out, right? So we've got Invictus actually upsetting FPX here, losing to LGD, dropping a game to Edward Gaming, 2-0ing the Rogue Warriors. Yeah, I guess I'll be okay with playing IG if I want to. but they are more expensive here. So let's see what we can do. I think we're gonna have to go to cheaper carry. So let's see if we could bust out maybe Mole again. We could go back to DRX. We go back to Mole. I'm just gonna complete this lineup real quick. How I would do it. Obviously, we talked about getting exposure to Sam D. We could also get exposure to Deft. I think Sam D probably takes the cake here. And then I still want my man, but Chovy. I definitely want exposure to Chovy as well in this slate. I think he's been a monster lately, and I think he's going to be performing well in this game. KT giving up the best amount of points in the mid lane, and so is Billy Gaming. So that is something to note. So is Invictus Gaming. They're giving up a ton of points in the mid lane. So I would definitely expect something more out of the mid lane, where I want to collect my points. In that regard, looks like BLG giving up a higher number of points to jungle. So definitely Chovy. Chovy's gonna be the pick. So I think we'll go Ning's way and try to save some money on this slate. We might be able to go back to Chovy actually. I just remember that Ning is so much, no, about the same price. Okay, as Wei. So this is kind of how I think about lineup construction and how and where I want to be tonight. Again, I don't like the Shy. I really don't want to have the Shy. I think he's super streaky and random. So I think maybe in terms of points, we can take a look at our odds spreads and see that if the over-unders have been posted yet. So 23.5 expected for the LNG V5 game. I'm guessing that the IG game is going to be larger. 24.5. And then I'm guessing that the DRX line is going to be something more like, let's see here. Something more like 20.5 or 21.5. I'm guessing 20.5. They haven't posted yet. So, pretty much even on the scores. The IG definitely going to have to get ourselves some IG exposure. So, perhaps if we lean our way here to... Yeah, there's really nowhere we can get a good exposure other than Ning here. I do want this guy. So, let's see. Chovy... And then if we plug in Rookie, that would be my IG exposure. And then if I can plug in View, yeah, I just don't have enough money, guys. So we're just going to have to figure out where we can make up this number. So if we pop in Mole, we get exposure here to Chovy. Jungler giving up a lot on IG side. And then Billy Gaming also giving up a decent amount to 80 carry. Also giving up a decent amount to support. So I think we might be able to look somebody else's way tonight in that regard. I definitely need more DRX in this lineup. I don't like the fact that I have such little DRX in my line right here. So I might switch to Pioshik, and that'll save me even more money. And maybe I'll be able to plug in something a little bit more up to speed. So Chovy's actually cheaper than Rookie by a lot tonight. And yeah, so this isn't going to cut it. We're 200 short. So tonight is actually definitely going to be using our knockers for sure in terms of figuring out who we want, and that gives us pretty much the main lineup that we have. We have exposure to IG in this lineup. We have exposure to V5 in this lineup, and if you can figure out a way to get even more, you can actually take, if you really want, you could take the IG team and get even more exposure, but again, I don't think that they've been doing quite well lately. And, I mean, against big teams, they do score a lot of points. 60. So, I may go that direction towards getting... This is just so consistent. So, I don't know. I have to think about who gives up more points to the team. And I don't want this video to go too long. So, we'll have to figure it out. But I think that overall, I think this is kind of where you're at. And if you're plugging in the final V5 member and going 3v5 tonight in this lineup, I don't feel bad. I think that that's a pretty good play, and I probably support it. So, again, this is me building lineups, and this is how I do it. We take it step by step, and we find our value and find a way to get as much exposure as we can to the roster that we want. And yeah, this is probably going to be it, boys. So, this is Moose. Check me out. It's a lazy Tuesday for me. May 2020 is the last time I updated my betting. I got to update that. Check me out at Moose_Esports. And we'll be playing another round of fantastic cash tonight. Mess around and see what you like. If you're playing in GPPs, my GPP plays would be a BLG and HLE. Those would be the plays I'd be looking for. Specifically on BLG and HLE, you're looking at Viper and Lehens and Lava. Specifically on BLG, I'm looking the direction of Fofo, and I'm looking the direction of Wings, and I'm looking the direction of Jinmo. Maybe not Jinmo. Meteor. That's the guy. Meteor is a fantastic jungler. I hope they bring him back. So video a little bit longer than usual, guys. 20 minutes, but I hope this satisfies you guys, and let's win some money. I'm pretty happy with the lineup tonight. Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your week, and take care. We'll be on tomorrow for day 10.